it's hard to work your way back in because there's not a long format. But the Decker's doing a pretty good job here, finds his second max of the match.
$140.
Can't afford to be broken twice. Went for a couple of double 19s. I'm not sure with Barney on 136 whether that was a wise move.
I'm with you, Chris. Because now he's got to split the 55. He played the percentages,
40, yeah.
Go up for the treble 20.
60.
At least hit a 20, you can just drop it in the 16 or the 20 on your last start. I mean, it's all irrelevant if he gets rid of this, but we did say this was a slight issue, his finishing yesterday, as 45. It's proved there.
Yeah, and he should have had 3 darts. I mean, he could have even gone for the treble 16 rather than the 2 double 19s, could have still ended up on a double if he felt the treble 20 was blocked. And he is punished. Yeah, stunning stuff from the 5-time champion of the world. Decker can hit all the 180s he wants, but if he fails to find doubles or doesn't give himself the chances he should have at them, Barney's going to be there to pounce.
Average north of 110 from Raymond van Barneveld. Even higher after that visit.
Yeah, it's turning into the display of the year from the Dutchman. Best average he's hit this season, 105.32. Oh, sensational this.
Shot.
81 out, 11 darter. Barney is getting better and better and better, and that average is now up at 118. So let's keep an eye on that.
100.
If you can produce a couple of strong legs here like he did at the start of the match, and that could be under threat.
Just looks so calm. And when Raymond van Barneveld is on point, he's a joy to watch. And Mike de Decker will be wondering what he's run into here. Confirmation, our first player through to round 2. It's big Gabriel Clemens. He's beaten Nick Fulwell 6-0.
Done this already for an 11 darter. No repeat from Raymond. But he does hit 12 for a 12.
He can actually go out in 10, but he won't be. He's like smiling, Raymond van Barneveld. Ridiculous display this from Raymond Barneveld. 4th max. De Decker
59
has played a pretty good game himself, but he could be blown away here.
Double 16.
9.
Oh, I think that's the record. I think he would have had it had he hit one of those 2 darts.
De Decker just to stay alive. Gets it. That's the double Raymond missed for the match, 76. And De Decker's missed it to stay in the match. More match darts incoming for Raymond van Barneveld.
Double 8, and he does get over the line. An emphatic display from Raymond van Barneveld. In the end, 113.58, the average from RVB. An absolutely brilliant performance from the Dutchman. Former JDC World Champion back in 2018, also won a
180.
plethora of youth titles in the WDF system as well. Winner 2 on the Challenge Tour and Development Tour. And the former World Masters Boys winner, so certainly a player with plenty of potential.
He's showing it here, potential 11 dart opening leg, and he just had a little pause, but he'll have to go the 12 ball route because Keegan on the 129 and misses the ball for the opening leg. So outside chance here for Keegan. He hits the 57. I was going to say he may look at a couple of double 18s, but not going to go. And Van der Velde with more opportunities 52. To win this opening leg.
Double 8 the choice for JVDV.
Game shot.
I think I'll give that one a miss in future actually, but I'm sure at times you think 58. About moments in the match. Well, if I hit this, then I've got control, etc., and actually end up kind of driving yourself to distraction.
You can do.
100.
Keegan Brown now will be fearing that this game's going to run away from him. We've just seen a one-sided affair, albeit it was very impressive from Raymond van Barneveld, beating Mike De Decker 6-1. It's not out the realms. We could see a repeat scoreline here, because Van der Velde should make it 5-1 from here. May look at 25, treble 19, treble 15, goes the aggressive route, and it's 24 after 12 darts, and it should be 5-1 in a couple of moments' time.
59.
So double 12 to achieve that scoreline. Double 6.
Game shot.
Johnny Clayton will be in action on the other streaming board.
140.
Missed a trick yesterday, Johnny. Semi-final, a good result. Should have been better. Eventually lost to the champion Krzysztof Ratajski, and Keegan Brown is close to throwing in the towel here. Van der Velde has been good though since pinching that 5th leg.
It's just like one player's been in control of everything they're doing and the other one hasn't. A deflated expression on the face of Keegan Brown, who might be about to be knocked out.
Yeah, Van der Velde. That's an impressive performance from Jeroen van der Velde. Keegan Brown will rue some key missed darts at doubles, but he's disappointed, despondent. But Jeroen van der Velde, who exited at the first hurdle yesterday, well, that is a clinical display. 6 legs to 1 over Keegan Brown, who won a Pro Tour the back end of the year.
If you have been watching the coverage
140
so far today, you'll know that 9 seeded players have already fallen from the first 16 to play. However, they were
140.
The lower half of the seedings, the top 16 just getting their matches underway. Luke Humphries being at the very top of that 16. And from that set of players, we only lost 2 yesterday. One in Rob Cross, who didn't even complete his match.
60.
Claimed to be feeling a little unwell when 5-1 down. Double 19 for Luke Humphries, who might leave Nathan Rafferty feeling a little unwell after that opening out. A double. 118.89 and a 70 checkout apiece.
134. $83.
No need for Humphries to go for this should he locate a couple of trebles. That's an ideal guide for him to find one.
131.
And that is the perfect setup shot. Played at a great pace this match, really rattling along
40
at high speed, and it's high quality from Luke Humphries.
Game shot.
Who goes out in 13 darts for a 4-1 lead. Josh Payne, Mario van den Behaarde.
180.
Aaron Monk, who beat Scott Waite 6-5. Barry Van Peer again, starting well.
58.
Connor Scott, Jeffrey Disvan, Martijn Kleermaker, Jeffrey Sparidans and Darius Labanauskas, who beat Darren Webster 6-5.
140.
Might be a little more life in this match after Rafferty hit a 180 against the darts in this leg.
90.
Double top to extend the encounter. He thought it was in.
31.
Well, now he's left it in a precarious position. May not matter what position he's in if Humphries just takes this out. Oh, that is delightful. No trouble at all for Luke Humphries, who ran riot against Rafferty. White 6-3 against another Czech player in Karel Sedlacek.
180.
Pilgrim making a move here. Second 180 and looking for a second break of throw.
134. $180.
He's caught fire here. Daryl Pilgrim certainly doing more than making up the numbers this weekend, that is for sure.
81.
Double 16.
Game shot.
Found, and that is a double break for Daryl Pilgrim. Really good display from Lee Evans, a man who has seemed to have reinvented himself and found some good form of late. That's what Jamie Hughes is trying to do in this match. It's another maximum from him. And just confirmation that that average
140.
Just made you aware of from Lee Evans is a personal best for him.
$57.
Another in there.
Yep.
Checking it, saying double 16 remaining.
Game shot.
He's back on song all of a sudden. Following that, it will be Lee Evans after that stunning display to knock out Ross Smith. He'll take on either Ted Everts or Adam Warner. Is this one about to end?
95.
Double top. Well, he was solid at the start, got spectacular
81.
in the middle. Towards the end has gone missing at times before the fabulous finishing return with that 1-3-4. Can he get over the line?
48.
Make sure that he cashes on both days of his pilgrimage to Wigan.
Game shot and the match.
Pilgrim progresses. Himself reached a final the back end of last year.
Good leg this from Dolan.
140.
Trio of ton 40s down to 81. This is the chance for the breaker throw that he needs.
Well, he might end up with more time than he thought.
40.
Because Van den Bergh hasn't left a finish. So 6 starts from 81 for Dolan to get the all-important break back and effectively take control of the tie. And he does it with an 11-dart leg.
$100.
Did have a 9-dart finish in the last set of Players' Championship events, didn't he, Brendan Dolan? Over in Hildesheim, and remarkably, that was his first 9-darter that didn't start with a double.
135.
It's only his second ever 9-darter.
Yeah.
That's astonishing.
Yeah, 12 years after the famous one that got him the history maker mantle. Double start in Dublin at the World Grand Prix. Well, his doubling was troubling at the start of this match, but he's put that right to some tune. And he's putting Mario in his place, because that is 2 legs completed in 22 darts. Maybe that little seed is still in Dolan's mind, having not beaten Mario in the 2 previous meetings, but if it is, there's no evidence that it's affecting him.
Magnificent visit from Brendan Dolan, the Northern Irishman, just when it looks like Mario van den Bergh might be stealing ahead of him, produces a 180.
81.
And that first dart just meant Mario needed more than 1 treble. You could see the reaction from the Belgian. Shake of the head, having not left a finish, and Brendan Dolan has teed up a checkout he's already completed.
$100.
So, to wrap it up, 14 would leave double 16. Dolan unable to shake Van den Bergh off for much of the match, but he finally gets the victory. A long-awaited one against an opponent he hadn't beaten before. Richard Veenstra averaging 101.62, 5-4 behind against Damon Heta.
Yeah, Hettu, who was averaging way over a ton for large portions of that match, might be just attempting to fall over the line. Similarly for Dirk van Dijvenbode against Matt Campbell, who's only trailing 5-4 now, the Canadian.
I think there, Lee Evans, it took him a while to work out that he could go for a treble 20 and still leave a finish. Warner having
92.
started on the 18s and hit the treble and then needed to fill it up. Andrew Gilding has just seen off Alan Souza. Again, no nonsense stuff this from Lee Evans. It's good stuff. Not going to be tempted by the bullseye if you just avoid leaving it. You see so many times players say on 167 like that from Lee, go treble 20, treble 19, and then have a decision to make. Took that away.
Game shot.
Takes the leg away from Adam Warner, 3-zip.
$93.
Well, Lee Evans has dropped off in this game. He's coming to the board now looking at finishes like this after 4 visits, rather than, say, tops.
$130.
So Warner, well, could he work his way back into this? You would think he has to hit this to do so. He's hit that. Can he hit that? He can't.
54.
That could be, well, not really the beginning of the end, but at least the middle of it for Adam Warner in this match.
Yeah, he's had darts to win 4 separate legs in this match. He's only managed to hit the double once. He may get more opportunities in this leg, though.
Yeah,
no,
shot.
That closes the door.
Thought he might, but Warner now looking to carry on the encounter. Feely needs a treble. Gets 100.
He's threatened ton-plus checkouts, Adam Warner, but he's not been able to complete one. And Evans is going to leave himself something makeable.
100.
Again, he's got a more favourable finish than his opponent. Is the battle going to continue?
74.
Well, again, it's that last start combination finishing. He's given himself chances. He's just unable to take them, Adam Warner. Lee Evans has got 2 chances to win the match. And he takes the second one. A 6-2 win for Lee Evans. Brilliant at the start of the game. Adam Warner had no answer whatsoever. And that looked a little bit jabby, but it still found the treble 20. And there were periods when Jose was on the rise where you get the feeling he could close his eyes and throw it over his shoulder and still hit a treble 20. Just could not stop. He's the biggest 180 hitter in the world, deadly on double top.
140.
And the interesting ways that he uses a board and counts just didn't matter because he was just too good.
40.
Well, real bafflement there from Andrew Davis as he stared at the dartboard. Jose just deciding to keep going on the 17s, even though he missed it with his first one. It's punished by Stephen Bunting, who takes out a ton-plus finish.
140.
Turning into a real opportunity this for the Portuguese man who scores.
140.
Good darts from Bunting. First to a finish, but Jose should get to a better one. Oh, that's an agonising one. It does leave him a 2-darter, but it's not as good as the 82 he would have left if he'd hit a single 20. It may not matter. Well, it certainly will now. Bunting will leave himself on tops, and Jose, treble 19
96.
for double top for the first breaker throw in this match, and a massive blow to strike. Brilliant.
Shot.
Absolutely brilliant. Oh, you've got to move, surely.
165.
Yeah, discretion the better part of valour, and when you can just casually lob one in the treble 15.
125.
Jose is there, but can Stephen Bunting break straight back? Oh no, problems. Problems for the bullet. The first one was high and he just followed it twice more. There's the treble, leaves double 19 for the match. Not moving.
Game shot on the
But
match.
he is moving through to the last 16 for the first time this year on the Pro Tour. Jose de Souza.
$130.
Okay. Well, he pins the bull, which really does help him out. 25 would have left an awkward 98, but it is 2 darter.
100.
And against the darts, it's an enviable position for Shindy to be in. Ooh, less so now. It's got to be the 16 segment. That leaves double 9. Well, it isn't
55.
the double he would have wanted, but he did get one at the outer ring.
$58.
Double 9 eventually is pinned by Martin Schindler, who looks to be making rather serene progress through to the quarterfinals once again.
$91.
Tried to go to the bullseye, didn't work out. He's left 140. It is possible.
59.
Schindler's on a marginally better finish, but he'll be disappointed himself. Important little section of the game, this. Kist has left himself tops and can cut the gap to just one leg. Martin Schindler is fading a little. This to reinvigorate him. Big moment, big check out, and Martin Schindler is a leg away from the quarterfinals. Staying on the 20s to leave double 16. And double 16.
56.
Is not found, but there are more chances incoming. Take one of them, he wins it 6-2 in a game where he missed multiple darts to win both legs he lost.
105. $8.
The missed match darts tally now reaches 4. Will it get to 5,
29.
6 and 7? No, it will not. Martin Schindler, not as devastating, but just as dominant. Rock has hit a 9-darter as well today. Hit one against Johnny Clayton, the other Premier League player who was still in the hunt at the last 16 stage.
180.
Dimitri, the first 180 of this one. I can tell you Ian White has beaten Luke Woodhouse in the last leg decider. 100 average from the diamond. So he'll face the Heat Damon Heta for a spot in the semis. That's in the other half of the draw. None of those players could meet one of these two until the final.
140.
Good opening leg from the Dreammaker. Potential 11-darter. Josh Rock averaging 99 for the day. His lowest
45.
average was in his first round game against Geert Nenchez. Averaged 94 in that one. Similarly, Dimitri's lowest average has been 94.
Game shot.
And that's a 12-dart start for Dimitri. Oh, timely.
180.
Timely maximum from Dimitri. It's his third of this contest. Rock yet to hit one. And he's not going to take the 146. Dimitri Vandenberg, a chance for another breaker throw here. 12 segment. Leaves the ball.
56.
He is not very far away. Double top. Cuts the gap to 1. Josh Rock hanging on in there in this game. There is a stern challenge being put up now by the Northern Irish youngster.
137. $100.
Dirk van Dijvenbode is through to the semi-finals. He is 2 wins away from picking up a 3rd title of the year. Until this year, he'd never
63.
won more than 1 in a year. This could be Dirk's year. With no Price and no Van Gerwen, you can make a very strong case that the best player in the world right now in this room is Dirk van Dijvenbode this weekend. But Josh Rock, with another maximum, has got himself a chance
65.
here. Is he turning it round? A little low on tops. And
31.
inside on the double 10 as well. Two double 19s? No, he's staying there. And it leaves double 8. Rock just peering over Dimitri's shoulder, and he'll be devastated to see the result.
$100.
Oh, and Josh beat Dimitri in that quarter-final last month. It finished 6-3.
96.
Dimitri only averaged 86 in that game. He is 15 points higher than that right now. He's been excellent, but he won't take 1-2-1.
85.
He will leave himself very well placed. But Josh Rock could become favourite for the match. This must go, though. 2 doubles. He did, and he was unable to get the first one. So he leaves himself on tops, but all he can do is hope that Dimitri van den Bergh misses. He's already missed 2 darts for the match. He will get more. But he has missed all 3. It was tentative stuff. The first dart at double 18 was way off. He didn't want to miss inside with the one at double 9. And the one that he really attacked, he couldn't get it. Josh Rock, last dart in hand.
20.
Cannot pin double top. This match was right there for Josh Rock to steal away. He would have had the darts and the deciding leg. He still might. Oh, last dart in hand, and Dimitri van den Bergh hits double 9. Josh Rock could not watch, which is why he's still in the top bracket of the seedings for events like today.
97.
But if he does go on and reach his first final in a couple of years, and he's doing it without having that trademark 180 hitting, perhaps speaks to how good a player he is.
140.
15 off. So he should be looking at the 19s.
Left, yeah.
That leaves the bull. Not a great
53.
visit from Jose there. A half decent chance. But you can't find a treble with either of the first 2 darts. That means Jose, I'm not even sure what route he's going to go here. Oh, he elects for double 8. Going to go over the top of it. Plenty of the bed to aim at.
Game
yeah,
shot.
nicely done. You could even see it just clatter off that first. Looked a shadow of his former self. Hasn't suffered the alarming slide down the rankings that Ian White has done over
100.
the last 2 years or so. But he's not been the potent force that he was.
$140.
Ian Wright pushing on the Souza throw. He will get a look at the 1-2-1.
89.
Treble 17 and ball. Missed it by distance.
39.
Double for Jose de Souza. It's not in, Jose. You'll have to go to double 9. And double 9 is pinned. Jose de Souza. Because Dirk has been electrifying for a long while. Dimitri van den Bergh, a Premier League player, but it's Jose de Souza, a man who was on the slide for a good couple of
100.
years, who is producing the best quality in these semi-finals right now. And he's going to pressure Ian Wright,
139.
who may have to take out a ton-plus finish to avoid Jose going a leg away from the final. All around it, not in it.
100.
The last one finds the mark, but it's too little too late.
Game.
Double 10 is there. It's a 15 darter. It's a breaker throw.
$100.
He will get a look at 142 to reach his first PDC final since the 6th of July 2021.
134.
Ian Wright does his bit. He gets down to a simple finish. But Jose, where's he looking? Oh my, what a way to win it. Double 16. Nearly took out 142 the hard way. To stay alive for a little longer. Double 10. Well, the doubles have deserted
25.
Ian Wright in this semi-final. And he's needed every single one of them because Jose de Souza has been fantastic. And he does complete a 7-2 victory. The Ian Wright rebuild goes on, but there are loads of encouraging signs, but not as encouraging as for Jose de Souza.
$58.
And the one thing you will think Dirk will have an advantage over Jose in is the board management and counting.
180.
But he will also have an advantage over anybody in the world at the 180 hitting, unless Jose conjures up a bit of the old magic. Because if he does start finding the 60, there are few people I've ever seen who can hit 180s like this man.
81.
It's already potential of an early advantage for Dirk. May only be a dart at the ball. And it is a dart at ball.
56.
Just the wrong side, so Jose de Souza gets a look at this 1-2-2. Not the worst finish. You can stay on the same target. You look at a treble for the ball.
Couldn't find the treble with either of the first two darts,
61.
which is what he needed. Ends up halving his score. But Van Dijvenbode to tidy things up.
Game shot.
2-0, breaker throw, Dirk Van Dijvenbode.
There's not a great deal of money to defend. He's only going in one direction.
140.
I did the semi-final with Dirk Van Dijvenbode. He's dipping in and out of the treble 20. It wasn't his most fluent performance. This already looks a lot better.
119.
Afforded the luxury of time to tee up this 93.
And so he will tee it up.
53.
Well, I mean, there is a pattern to Dirk's displays today. He's averaged over a ton, and then he's averaged low to mid-90s the following game, and then it's just followed all the way through. And
52.
people haven't been able to stop him when he's been averaged in low to mid-90s. Dimitri came close.
Game shot.
This looks very good. When Jose de Souza started winning titles and was playing obscene levels of darts, it was quite clear that he had a level that meant he could win anything. He could win big stage titles. He could win Euro Tours. People still questioned it, but that's exactly what he did. He's got a Euro Tour to his name. He's got the Grand Slam to his name. Dirk Van Dijvenbode has been doing this sort of stuff, and you think the big stage titles are on the way.
Doesn't always work out like that. But like the titles you mentioned, Jose de Souza, when he was at his best,
59.
he got those titles under his belt. If you don't make it count when you're playing at your best, you may have to wait a while longer. Sometimes that perfect storm. Look at Andrew Gilding, for example. He leapfrogged all
Game shot.
the ranking system to go to the Major 1, and Dirk is rattling through this final 4-0 now, and Jose expected it to go in the background, and it did. The shake of the head. Could potentially go out in 10 darts here.
Well, that's all over the
35.
shop. And it opens the door for Dirk. Having kicked off 140, 180, Jose de Souza, that visit of 35.
57.
Probably not enough.
Now that just eases the pressure on this 146 slightly. But if he doesn't find a treble, he's inviting problems here, Jose.
100.
Needed that last dart.
Does have a propensity for the spectacular Dirk van Dijvenbode, and treble 20s aren't usually a problem. No problem. None whatsoever. And it is
Game shot.
spectacular. Dirk van Dijvenbode. He's doing this stuff so regularly. It's not even that much of a surprise, but it is still thrilling. There's two, maybe not even that.
96.
But it's just relentless week in, week out. And when he does have a setback, he goes again the tournament after that. And eventually creates a victory or a good run. And
65.
he's done it this year. He's looking for a hat-trick of Players' Championship titles. And you can just tell he's becoming more and more experienced in these situations.
57.
Dealing with it. And he's giving himself a little telling off there. But it's against the darts. There's no drama.
Game shot.
Well, it's a good leg from Jose de Souza. 14 darter on throw.
Salvaging it for him, but it was just a battling performance. But he's back to his best in this final. And there he goes again.
180.
He's going one away, potentially, from victory in a very one-sided final.
Yeah, fill it up, Jose. Why not?
180.
It's a fifth 180 for Jose de Souza, but it probably doesn't mean a great deal in this leg. Double two for 7-2. Ooh,
No
he's busted
score.
I suppose that's better than missing inside on the double two.
This is against the darts, though, Dan. This is an opportunity for Jose. Seems a good guide. This is big. And he pulls
17.
it inside. That is a major let-off, and maybe the argument of not going for the 180. Oh, who knows? He felt the leg was gone. But more opportunities for Dirk.
Worries it. And he's
6.
making a real mess. Dirk van Dijvenbode can't believe it.
And Jose
Game shot.
has got to break a throw. 6-3 now. And signs, though, over the past couple of days of Jose de Souza returning to
91.
form. I did one of his games with Kevin Dukes yesterday. It was incredible standard. And he's starting to find it. It's in spells. The more he plays, he's unlucky again.
120.
He had a bounce out earlier on, and he recovered well to finish the leg. And there we see, yeah, he's just cannoned off.
Even an extra 20 points makes such an enormous difference. He will be allowed back to the board, but he needs 2 trebles and a
58.
double. If he'd add another 20 points even, it's 1 treble and a bull.
Yeah, it made the shot a lot more tricky.
88.
Worked hard to get one of those breaks back, Jose, but Dirk can restore the 2 breaker throw buffer. Double 6. He's got to go inside. A little pause. And it
Game
works.
shot.
7-3, and Dirk will now throw for the match. And you feel for Jose in terms of the bounce out there.
Oh.
For all that's gone against Jose de Souza in this final,
58.
he's kept chipping away. He's kept trying to make a final of it. But Dirk van Dijvenbode raced away with the first 5 legs. And it was just too big an advantage, you feel, for Jose
98.
to recoup. He's not done yet, but it's getting close.
96.
Well, gets the maths right as well, so he's down to a finish. But Dirk van Dijvenbode is 3 darts away from a title. Treble 20. Leaves the bullseye.
103.
And Jose de Souza will now get a look at 167. Oh, wow. Bullseye to stay in the final. Oh, and he just a little bit of lunge in that
120.
throw there. And Dirk van Dijvenbode has had one to win it already. This 25 combination will see him the champion at Players' Championship 10. Double 8. And he
Game
is
shot
once
and the
again
match.
in the winner's enclosure. Dirk van Dijvenbode raced away early in this final, got the first 5 legs, left Jose de Souza too much to do. Credit to Jose de Souza.